Hello everyone, Mandy here from On The Grow, and today we're going to be showing you basics of how we seed in our space, and we're going to be using carrot microgreens for this. So if you come a little bit closer, I can show you everything that you're going to need. You're going to be needing seeds, of course. We source ours from True Leaf Market currently, and you're going to be needing your tray that you're going to be seeding in. You're going to want something that has some type of holes in it, so that way your water can get through to your growing medium, whether you're using dirt or hydroponics, which we're going to be using hydroponics in this case. We'll be using this BioStraight growing material, as you can see here, and this will be your bottom tray, which is where you're going to be adding your water whenever the roots start to get long enough to make it through your mesh here. Next, you're going to be needing either a scale or a measuring spoon, and something to put your seed into, of course, and a spray bottle. So we already know that we like to use 10 grams of this carrot seed for our 10 by 20, because if you can see here, this is a 10 by 10, and we put 5 grams of seed in it, which is perfect. So we went ahead and doubled that for our 10 by 20. So now let's turn on our scale. With this scale, it automatically tears it whenever you turn it on, if you have that on it. So we already know that one big heaping tablespoon like this is 10 grams of seed. Just a little bit over, but it's basically 10 grams. So now that we have gone ahead and weighed that out, you get this closed. You're now going to want to lightly mist your grow medium, because what we've noticed is whenever we go to seed, especially with these smaller seeds, they tend to bounce and scatter everywhere, and you don't want that. Or if you like kind of knock the tray at any point, you risk getting everything all uneven, and you really don't want that to happen, because if you get clumps and uneven spots, the growth is very noticeable on your trays, and it can promote mold because of terrible airflow and stuff like that. So we use pH balanced water as well. So lightly mist this. Currently I'm right under the AC, so it's scattering my water everywhere. Okay. So now that we have lightly misted, set that aside. Let's grab our seed, which there are many different techniques of how you can do this. It just depends on what feels comfortable to you. Like, you can just do it this way. It takes a little bit longer. As you can tell, you can only get so much of it. Try to think of other ways. Hold on. There's also, if I can just get this into my hand differently, you can do it this way. You just gotta be really careful not to get clumped up. That's more of a faster way of seeding. But it does get a little bit harder to do it this way if you're seeding something like amaranth, where it's very tiny and you risk more of getting it clumped together. And what you want to do is basically just try to get this as even as you possibly can. It's actually looking really nice too. Something I love about carrot seeds is they smell really incredible. Ever since we started growing carrot, it's been my new obsession. When I open that carrot seed bag, I'm like, oh my God, it's so relaxing. I don't know why, it just kind of smells like kind of like eucalyptus or something. It's very odd. I never thought carrot seed would smell that good. Okay. All right, so now we are done seeding our tray. And I try to get as evenly as I possibly can. Obviously, sometimes by doing it by your hand, you're going to get areas where it's not absolutely perfect. That's okay. So now all you have to do is get this watered. You can use your spray bottle if you want to and just mist over this. Try to get the medium pretty saturated because you want it to be able to hold water over the next couple of days, but you don't want it to have too much water because that can cause seeds to rot, and you don't want that, and especially the small space, it can smell very bad, and it's also makes it where the crop isn't good anymore. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this misted. I'd start a little bit further away for small seeds first because they tend to kind of get everywhere. So let's start far away first, get them a little wet, and then now just get to getting that material nice and moist. Good thing with BioStraight too is we can actually see how wet the medium is, so that way we don't over water it, or if it starts to get drier in some areas you can actually see it. One thing about spray bottles, your hand will definitely get pretty tired. It's like a hand workout every day. Okay. So I think that is just about pretty good here. All right. Okay, so as you can see here, it's wet but not oversaturated. And if I lift this, there's no water dripping through the holes, which means that's perfect. You don't want all that water dripping through because, like I said before, that could be actually bad for the seeds. So now that we have watered it, what you'll do is you'll take a top tray. For us, we're using one that fits this. You'll put this over to Blackout it. And you'll block out carrot for, I think, 3 to 4 days. And you just want to check it twice a day, usually daytime and nighttime. See if you need to mist it anywhere, if it's getting too dry. And then after the first 3 or 4 days, if you start to see roots popping through the bottom down here, you want to start bottom watering it. Like over here, I can actually show you. So you'll begin bottom watering it, so that way those roots can start soaking up the water. What we usually do in our space is at first, because there's not a ton of roots, we'll add about, like, I think for this one it'd probably be like a cup to a cup and a half. And then as they get bigger and bigger over the next few days, they're gonna need more water because they're developing a lot more, and you'll add about 2 cups of water. But we've never really passed over 2 cups. Usually if you look at the grow medium, you can see if it's getting too saturated or not. So that means that usually in the beginning stage of this, we'll do a cup in the morning, a cup at night, and then as they have gotten bigger to about this stage, you start doing 2 cups in the morning and 2 cups at night. And because this is a more delicate crop, just like amaranth, you want to make sure you don't over water it, because you can actually tell whenever you start to get a little bit more used to judging how much water is too much. But it will come over this so much that it floods, and that's not good. That can promote disease and mold, and like you don't want that. But that's something that over time you will learn how to judge better. And you can always, if you see that you have added too much water, just go pour a little bit out. And it's really just that easy. But yeah, that was it for seeding carrot. It's super easy, and I'm excited to hear about how this might have helped you learn a little bit more. So if you have any questions or comments or anything that we might have left out of this video, please leave them in the section below, and we'd love to get to that as soon as we possibly can. And if you'd like to subscribe to us, please do. Or if you'd like to follow us on our Instagram, we are @OnTheGrowFarms. Thank you and have a great day.